All right, how's it going, everyone? It's the 2024 One Championship Year in Review Awards. I'm Nick Atkin. It is One Championship News. I got some special guests today. I'm going to go clockwise from the top. If you are a regular viewer or live chat contributor, you probably know all these guys already. It is Will from Story of the Fight. It is Phil from Combat Sports Today. And it is Connor from Connor's Corner. I don't know what you call yourself now. 1FC Connor, Connor
Yeah.
McDougall, whatever it is. His debut, I think. These boys on my right on the screen are well versed in their own shows. Check out their channels. But this is Connor's video debut, so show him some love. But yes, we're going to get into all the awards. First of all, though, I'm going to go around and say, how you doing? Will, what's up?
Sleepy. There's crazy news coming out when I wake up. I got to check my phone right away and see, oh, this shakeup is here and this matchup's changed now. This guy doesn't have a fight anymore. But yeah, that's every morning it seems like lately. So it's good.
Yeah,
Can't complain. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, of course. I've been on your show as well. Thanks for jumping on mine. This is what I've wanted for a while. I know the time is difficult because you're in California somewhere, right? So it is about 5:45 a.m. for you.
Yeah, it's early, but your boy's awake.
Yeah, that's it. As Will mentioned, there was some big breaking news we're gonna get to before the awards, which is if you can see from the thumbnail and the title, Nico Carrillo is gonna fight Nabil for an interim belt. We will just continue these introductions though first. Phil, how are you doing?
It's good. It's 9 a.m. for me. Not too bad. Not as bad as Will. But I'm on vacation. Nick said he wanted some people to come on. So I said, yeah, why not? Appreciate you having me on.
Damn, I didn't even know you're on vacation. You should have not done this. Apologies.
I didn't do crap over vacation. All I did was sleep, nap, eat.
Well, that sounds good. And Connor is in. No, he's not in Canada. He's in Florida now,
Yeah.
where it is a slightly friendlier 10 a.m. Right?
Yeah. Pretty good. Didn't sleep too great last night with all the news. Kept me up. But
Yeah.
here now.
Yeah. Well, that's it. The big news last night. So I did a show yesterday. With Superlek was out of his fight. There was no official confirmation, but now they have confirmed it. And on the back of that, guys, they've confirmed that it will be Nico Carrillo staying on the card against Nabil Anane. So I'm gonna go around all of you and get your thoughts on it. Will, I want to go to you first because you just literally woke up about half an hour ago, and then we had to fill you in on this. What's your immediate take on it?
Yeah, immediate take. What a banger. It's a great fight. Like matchup wise, Nabil versus Nico is super sick. Uh, feel a little bad for the guy for anytime they're like, oh, we're gonna shift some things around this card and somebody's left without a fight. That always sucks. So hopefully they can either fill in a spot or something like that to keep him on the card and get him paid. But as a selfish fight fan, Nabil versus Nico as like a title eliminator, like it does make sense. Like if you're gonna put a fight together from scratch, this makes sense, and that's rare to have. So I'm excited for it.
Phil, what do you think about it?
Oh, me, I say I'm excited. I'm still excited that Nico's still on the card at least, you know. And then Nabil, I think he deserves a title shot. He's won like 3, 4 in the division. The only thing that sucks is that, the baddie, we don't know if he's still gonna be on the card. Is he gonna be pushed to the next card? So as long as the baddie's still on the card and he still gets a different opponent, I'm happy. Because Nabil's still on the card. Just need to know if Nabati's still on the card.
Well, Nabati, I don't know if this will come up if I show it. He posted on his Instagram story. It seemed like he didn't know Phil, right? You were the one who put this in the chat earlier for us, but
I
it
think
seems
it
like
was
this came as news to him too, right?
Connor posted, or
Yeah,
was
I
it?
did.
Oh, was it Connor?
Yeah.
Sorry, I have
Yeah.
no idea. But there it is. I don't know if you can see it on screen now. I'm sharing it. Connor, what? Yeah, what do you think this is? Is this an act maybe from Nabati? I'm not sure if he was completely excluded from this conversation. That would be crazy if he was.
I'd say he's probably pissed they opted with Nabil. Rightfully so.
Yes, he
Who's,
should be pissed. Should be pissed.
who's ranked higher?
I think, yeah, that's a good question. Connor will know off the top of his head. He knows everything. But if not, I will look it up. It is bantamweight Muay Thai. So Nabati is 3. Yeah, Nabil is 5. So that's a little bit messed up. Yeah. So if you're Nabati, you would think I should get the title shot first, right?
Yeah, I would agree. Maybe I don't know if they went to Nabil just because he has more experience with one. Because with Nabati, he has 3 fights with 1 championship, right? Or 4.
Well, I guess it's they want a tie in
Mhm.
the slot, which has now been vacated by Super
That
Leg.
makes
Makes
sense.
sense. Yeah. But Connor, what do you think of this? I saw that Felipe Lobo has posted yesterday or the day before saying he's just signed a contract. Maybe he's going to be a surprise secret opponent for Nabati. If I'm Nabati, I'll take that fight, right? What do you think?
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting if Lobo stepped in.
Well, he's
But
signed here. It says 4 weeks. Well, John Boy is the one who's writing. His coach, John Hutchinson, says 4 weeks out. So that sort of roughly matches the timeline, right?
oh yeah, it would suck if Nabati they just got him off this big card. Like that'd be pretty wrong by one.
It would be. I think, yeah, maybe they had to keep it quiet from Nabati for obvious reasons. It's not the best way of doing business. But if they now come back to him and say, look, sorry about that. How about you fight Felipe Lobo? Stay on the card. They'll probably slip him a little bonus if he knocks him out, something like that. It's better than nothing, right? That's what I think anyway. I'm gonna go to the chat. There's some people chiming in. Clump saying, I honestly thought Slow was gonna KO Nabil, but he really didn't. Is that Superlek, you mean? Didn't really land much of anything, so it might be pretty good fight against Nico, hopefully at least. Chummy Boy not happy. Oh, Solinu. Okay, yeah. This is worse than losing the fight. No. Chummy Boy not happy. Keith Larimore, another member of the channel. What's up, Keith? Saying I got the 4-way. He's enjoying this. It is fun. I don't think I've had 3 people on here for a long time, maybe ever. Going back to SCMP days during the pandemic when everyone had nothing to do. Appreciate it. I know you all got holidays and jobs, so this is cool. Chummy Boy wants Nabati versus Nabil. We have seen Nabil against Superlek already, guys, right? So I know that was at flyweight. Nabil's a different fighter now. Will, do you think it goes differently this time if Nabil beats Nico and he fights Superlek? Obviously, I'm not sure I mentioned already the winner is going to fight Superlek in Japan at 172. So yeah, Will, who do you think's going to win, and who do you think might have a better chance against Superlek?
If I had to pick right now, I'm kind of leaning Nico just because Nico's so good at forcing, like imposing his will and getting in on people, and that's basically the blueprint that Superlek put out there to beat Nabil. And obviously, like you said, it was kind of a different Nabil. It was like 5 fights ago now, and he's looked super impressive since. But he hasn't really fought anybody who can enter the way that Nico can enter. He's fought some guys like Solanu who does crash into people, but it's a different style as Nico. So this is, I think, we all kind of think Nabil has leveled up since fighting Superlek, but I think this is what's going to prove if he has or not. If he gets past Nico, then it's like, okay, he's figured out the holes that Superlek exposed, because Nico is somebody who can take advantage of that. But right now, I gotta lean Nico. He's just so good.
Phil, do you lean Nico or Nabil?
I agree with Will. Everything he said. I think Nico wins this maybe by stoppage. To be honest, I think he's just more stronger, more aggressive, and I think he gets him out within the 3rd round. That's my prediction.
Specific. Okay, Connor, what do you think?
I'd pretty much think the same as well. I think Nico is just going to be able to close the distance, and there's going to be too much power, too much pressure on Nabil, like such short notice stepping into a title fight.
Well, a lot of you are going for Nico. Tetsuya thinks Nico by KO. on Nabil by unanimous decision. Slightly on the fence there. I don't know. I'm on the fence too. It's an intriguing matchup. Nico Carrillo, for me, he's risking a lot as well. I think, if you lose this, he's then goes to the back of the queue a little bit, doesn't he? He might have to fight Haggerty. That fight could now come to fruition, but I'm sure he will be confident of victory. We'll have to see. But the other question I had is: do you think this is a satisfactory replacement for losing that super leg fight? Obviously, under the circumstances, I feel it might be one of the best things they could have done. I didn't even think of this, but yeah, Will, do you think this is a good job by one, good save?
Like you said, I think this is about as best as you can do. I don't think there's only a few people in the world that can like replace Superlek as far as like maintaining the hype. But you're not going to pull Rodtang out of nowhere. You're not going to pull Takeru out of nowhere. Like, there's only a select few who can fill that kind of void. I think this is as good as you can do, and it is very good. It's a cool fight.
I will put the same question to the other two chaps here. Phil, what about you?
Yeah, it's the best you can really do right now. I mean, as long as Nabati gets a fight, then I'm fine. But Nabil, Nico, top contenders should be fighting each other, which is, a thing with one's matchmaking sometimes. We never get like the top versus the top guy. So I'm happy with it. As long as Nabati gets a fight, I'm excited for Nabil and Nico. So I'm satisfied.
Connor, what do you think?
I think it's the best option now, given the circumstances. You're never going to get to the same level as hype as Superlek because he's like that guy right now. But given the circumstances, this is probably the best option one could do. And as long as the baddie gets a fight.
Yeah, we hope the baddie gets a fight. I think the fact Nabil was already preparing to fight on the card helps, right? So they haven't had to come up with something short notice title fight wise. We were talking last night, well, maybe they'll do Sam A, DiBella. It's just not possible, really, thinking about it. But I take my hat off. I'm not wearing one, but I take it off to one. Some very creative matchmaking there. I think they had to do something to keep Nico on this card. I mean, I didn't even think that was a possibility until today. Then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, why have they delayed the announcement of this whole thing? They're probably trying to get something agreed. It's what they do. They do it very well. They get quite creative when their back's against the wall. I think this is one of their better throw together matchups. So I'm happy with it. So if you're a fan of, I know Nico Carrillo had a lot of people flying in from Scotland, things like that, and JP kind of mentioned that in his Facebook post, saying, everyone, we know a lot of people are coming here, and just please don't message Nico right now. He's yada yada. So I think that solves that problem. Gives Thai fans the reasons to still tune in if they were going to be turned off by this, and they shouldn't be. But it gives foreigners, I think, who are coming in a little bit of a nice buzz. Still, probably worth it. So all in all, good stuff. I think I'll go through a few more comments quickly. NG thinks Nico's too big for Nabil to keep at bay, like smaller guys like Muay Thai. Anonymous not happy says one should stop mandatory Thai title challenger policy. It should be okay for two foreigners to fight for the belt. I get that, Anonymous. I understand it though, Will, don't you? Like, they've got a huge arena to fill in Thailand. They don't want people to start selling tickets, things like that, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, like that's the same thing with. It's unfortunate. It's like the unfortunate side of combat sports is that you either have to hit your live gate or you have to hit your pay-per-view. And you see it like even with the UFC, right, where there's like somebody who's strung off a ton of wins and don't get a title shot, but someone who's good on the mic gets one, even though they don't deserve it necessarily. You gotta sell a product at the same time. It's not always going to be a full like meritocracy, but you aim to be as close to that as possible. And here we are. We still get good fights.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm still hyped for the event, and Phil, this also adds another guaranteed spectacle to the Tokyo card or the Saitama card, right? we now know there's going to be 3 confirmed title fights. I do know there's a 4th one as well that hasn't been announced yet. So 4 title fights already. Superlek is now on that card. Does that make this Japan show even better for you, right?
Way better. I mean, you put Superlek on any card, the card instantly goes up for me. So 4 title fights, apparently. I don't know what the 3rd one is, but hopefully it's a good one. Like Adrian Moraes and how you pronounce Yuya? How you pronounce his name, right?
Yuya Wakamatsu.
Yuya
Yuya
Wakamatsu.
Wakamatsu. Yeah, like that fight's okay to me, but like when you had Superlek versus Nico or Nabil, that's actually like a way better title fight. At least it's like a co-main event would be great.
Yes,
They both have good built-in storylines too. Like if obviously the Nico one speaks for itself. They already booked it, and like it makes sense division-wise. But if Nabil beats him and is like, all right, I've changed my tune and I've gotten better since fighting Superlek the first time, and we do this rematch now, 6 fights removed or whatever it is, that's sick too.
It's kind of crazy too, since Superlek's on that card because he beat both guys in the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Connor, this was, I think I raised it yesterday on the show. I was slightly worried they'd maybe try and move that, if Rodtang or Tokeru fell out, they would try and move Superlek into that main event. What do you think? Should they try and keep Superlek away from those guys still? You don't want to have Nico Carrillo. I think Nico Carrillo might go crazy if they Nabati him here, right?
It's very possible they put Krello and Superlek in Japan, and then as soon as if Rodtang or Takeru pulls out, Superlek's going to that spot.
Yeah, I just don't think anyone will survive the wrath of Nico Carrillo if that happens. But we'll see. Going into the comments again quickly, JK thinks if Nabil keeps the distance, he wins. Alive bread, not happy, saying Nico's ranked 2, Nabati's 3rd. Nabati should get the interim title shot instead of Nabil, ranked 5th. Nabil should have fought Nong-O, rank 4. Yeah, could have done that. Nabil for the win here. Sean James says Nico for the win. So a lot of people are split on this fight, which is always good, I think. I'm intrigued. Anyway, I will try to get onto what we're here for, boys, because I don't have you forever. So I want to dive into the year-end awards. This is it. I'm gonna let Connor kind of take charge here.
Okay.
Because he's got a list of awards that we kind of roughly came up with. So he's going to lead the way and tell us which awards next and stuff like that. So
okay, so let's just start with Muay Thai, I guess.
Okay.
So
yeah,
best Muay Thai fighter of the year.
So we're going to do each discipline. I think we'll see if we can do grappling because we don't know much about it. And,
there's not much.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're going to do Muay Thai, MMA, and kickboxing. We're going to try. I mean, even kickboxing
the good stuff.
Be a push. Yeah, MMA and kickboxing aren't exactly easy either. Muay Thai has got a lot, but the rules are we're only doing 1 numbered events, 1 fight nights, and tentpole Friday fights. So we'd love to do all the Friday fights. It's just too much to really consider. But there may be some honorable mentions from that. All right, what did you say, Connor? Sorry, first award.
So best Muay Thai fighter of the year in 1.
Okay. Do you have a nominee already?
Yeah.
You can lead us off on.
So I picked Superlek. I think that's like kind of the obvious guy.
Yeah. Without using my brain too much, I'm going to agree because A, it's easy, but B, I think someone asked me this question in Bangkok last time I was there. One of the guys, Hoss, he works for Siam Sport. He asked me, filmed a little thing with me saying, who's your best Muay Thai fighter of the year? I said, hands down, Superlek. My reasons are, I mean, I know Takeru was kickboxing, but, that was incredible. The Haggerty 40-second KO, what else can you say about that? Whatever it was. And then not just that, but Kong Torani shut him down. And we know how good Kong Torani is, right, guys? He made him look average. Couldn't touch him. Couldn't lay a glove on him. For me, it has to be super leg, no question. I'm going to throw it to the other guys though. Will first. Any dispute with this one?
No, I don't think anybody. There's like some other people. If you want to pick like the so that we're not all just super leg, super leg, super leg, super leg. The honorable mention for me is Lineker, just because he came into Muay Thai, and he had a great year. He had a great year, despite I think he started it getting subbed by Aoki in Japan.
Yeah.
Obviously not a Muay Thai fight, but since then switched to Muay Thai, got finishes, and now he's got a great matchup in Kulabdam. But the real pick is Super Leg for sure.
Phil, do you have any other honorable mentions, or do you disagree that it should be super leg?
In my head, I had this thought, like, maybe I should say John Lineker just for the hell of it. Just because he went 2-0. Because I had him on my list right here, but, like, I'm with everyone. It's super leg. You beat Kong Dorney, and then you destroy Haggerty in 30 seconds with one elbow. And it's pretty easy answer, in my opinion. Super leg's the GOAT right now, so he wins Fighter of the Year.
Yeah.
All right, unanimous. The chat seems to be agreeing. NG says easy super leg. Chummy Boy says, I mean, how can 2024 is not super leg? Yeah, he's like the Kendrick of Muay Thai world right now. Nabati's second runner up for me. Yeah, does Nabati get an honorable mention, guys? I think he's beaten Nongo, Sua Black, was it? Trying to think. Who else? Let me look at his topology. I'm trying to think.
Nabati had a bulldozer of a year too. Like,
yeah, he's pretty good
in the
year.
Conversation.
Yeah,
Nongo, Sua Black, Avatar. Yeah, decent year. Any other names in the chat? Let us know what you think. Not Tawanchai. Nicola says Tawanchai. So, I mean, Tawanchai beat Joe, but it was kind of
Controversial
to say the least. I'm trying to think of who else Tawanchai for. I mean, before that it was Super Bon, wasn't it? But that was December last year. Did he have a fight before Joe? It was
No, just the Joe fight.
Yeah. So for me, you have one fight in 2024, and it was a bit iffy. He cannot win the award. The prestigious Nick Atkins One Championship News Muay Thai Fighter of the Year award cannot go to Tawanchai. Sorry, Nicola. Nabil, Chummy Boy suggests Nabil. Good shout. Nabil did beat some big names too. Obviously, beat Lobo. Solin U was a bit of not a great fight. Kulabdam he beat obviously to win the contract in July. Muay Thai was at the end of last year. Yeah, you could put him in the conversation, but I think Super Leg's resume just trumps that. Kulabdam suggests Chummy Boy too. Kong Torani, I mean, that's a good shout himself. Beating the Crobe. Other than the Super Leg fight, he didn't put a foot wrong, and he didn't really do anything wrong there, right? So I think there are no other obvious names, so we should all move on. Yeah, because of time constraints too. I'm just checking Kong Torney. Yeah, he beat Sharif Mazoriev, Zhao Suyai, lost to Super Leg, beat Tagir, beat the Crow. I would say Super Leg's, still outdoes that. All right, over to Connor. Next award, please.
Okay. So the next award would be the KO of the year for Muay Thai.
Can I go first?
Okay.
My number one pick of the year is Rugger versus Butcher Ketchup. That is the
That's
best KO of the year. Ah, fuck me. Damn it.
We'll come back to that. Yeah.
But I guess I'll say, because I actually do have a Muay Thai one. It's Sam A versus Akram Hamidi.
Oh, yeah.
I literally love that knockout. Like, I replay it like at least once a week because he dropped. He had him hurt on the feet, and then he was already done on the feet. And then the ref asked him, "You still want to go?" He's like, "Yeah." And then as soon as the ref says go, hits him with one punch, and he's just dead after the one shot. It is literally my favorite knockout of the year. And
Yeah, that
Seme
one was
might get a
great.
title shot.
Yeah, I just felt bad for Akram because
Yeah.
the ref should have stopped it after the first knockdown. He was not ready to go, so it kind of made the knockout even more spectacular. Luckily, he was okay. Anyone else have any suggestions? I'm gonna go to Connor. Did you have one first?
I forgot about that KO. That was pretty wild. Channeled Mario Yamasaki. If he dies, he dies.
Exactly.
Yeah. So my KO of the year, just from like pure shock, just has to be Superlek versus Haggerty. Like I was expecting a much longer, closer fight, and Superlek just showed up. Like didn't acclimate to the elevation, hits him with one elbow, fight's done in like 40 seconds.
Yeah, he just kind of took the piss a bit, didn't he? Like you said, he turned up a week before. Haggerty had been there for a month. One elbow, yeah. I'm gonna agree with you, Connor. I'm gonna go with Superlek on Haggerty. I know it's the obvious answer, but I think the stage, one's second ever US show and one of the biggest shows ever, to be honest. In that ball arena, the NBA, Denver Nuggets main event, all that build up, all that talk. I think you add in the context, it may not have been the most spectacular KO. Haggerty wasn't face planting down, out cold. But I think for me, you add everything in, it ticks the boxes. But Will, what do you think?
Yeah, just to add more, mine is Superlek versus Haggerty, just because everything you just said. My next would be, and I do like the Same pick too, because Same is fucking sick. But for me, I'll go Superbon and Smoking Joe, just because it was supposed to be a rematch for the title fight for Smoking Joe. Tawanchai can't make it. Superbon steps in, and a similar knockout, a different type of elbow, but that step in intercepting elbow is so fucking cool, and just getting guys to crash in onto it, it's just cool as fuck. So for show's sake, I'll go Superbon versus Smoking Joe. Yeah, most confusing. Yeah.
Yes, that was a great knockout, like you said. But I mean, are we going to agree on Superlek consensus wise?
I think the Superlek one is insane.
That was
Yeah.
number 2 on my list. Number
Okay.
3 was John Lineker's knockout against Lexi Balico.
Yeah.
sick.
Someone else mentioned that here in the chat. Finesse saying, yeah, that was very good. I think obviously Estupinan, Anonymous mentioned this, Johannes Estupinan, he's had a few good knockouts. But like I was saying earlier, I just think you add in the opponent, the title fight, the arena, this and that. I think Superlek wins it. I'm going to call it here. Superlek is a double award winner already in the first 2 awards. He's a sweeping, cleaning up here. Kulab Dam, Chummy Boy suggests, came close.
I like the Kiyate one too against Luke Lisi.
Oof.
Yeah, that
That
was
was a
cool.
sick one.
That was
Some
cool.
cool photos of that one.
I'm sure
was a
we're
fun
missing
one.
a bunch off the top of our heads, but
Dude, there's so many.
There's so many fights. There's hundreds of
Yeah.
fights this year.
yeah. I mean, any card you look at, there's going to be incredible knockouts everywhere. And I know I'm missing a ton. So if you have any in the chat that you think we are being absolutely stupid and overlooking, please raise it before it's too late and we can try and address it and see if we've got it all wrong. But I think for me, that is case closed. All right, Connor,
Okay.
move us on.
So the next award would be Best Muay Thai Fight of the Year.
Okay.
I feel like this is obvious, but
This is probably going to be unanimous as well.
Haggerty versus Lobo.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
That was just insane. That second round was just, I love this.
Chef's kiss. Yes.
Chef's kiss.
I think a lot of people saying that. Any disagreement from the other 2 gentlemen here?
I had Haggerty Lobo.
I actually didn't have that as my number 1. I had it as number 2. I put Taiwan Chai and Joe Nato at 2 in Impact Arena. the controversy.
very
Did
good fight.
Taiwan Chan really win? It was a big title fight, and personally, that was my favorite because I didn't know who won that fight. I mean, Lobo and Haggerty, that was like that maybe could have been my number one, but I just really liked Taiwan Chai and Nanawat too.
That was a great fight, and yeah, there was drama, right? So up there, big arena too, Impact Arena in Bangkok. That would be close for me, but yeah, there's something about Haggerty and Lobo was just super special. I thought it's a shame it wasn't in the bigger arena. I don't think we can. I can't think of any others that would knock either of those two off the top. So let's call it. I think we've already got it. Consensus. We'll go with, Haggerty against Lobo, fight of the year. Honorable mention to Taiwan Chai and Joe. Luke Lisi versus Joe was crazy. Yeah, but that was, I think, December last year. So
Yeah,
we're doing Jan till December.
Oh, you know what else is
Sorry.
an honorable mention?
Yeah.
Shit, I just saw it right now, and I was like, oh, yeah, that was good. How the fuck did it just disappear out of my mind? Oh, my bad. I just derailed it for no reason. It'll come back to me, and I'll say it.
I like Johan versus Sean Climaco.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was a sick fight.
Yeah.
That's my boy from the Bay Area, Sean Climaco.
Yeah.
But
Great fight.
Harrison versus Sexon was also, while it lasted, fucking wild.
Yes.
And if you look at it on paper, it's like, okay, the 3 knockdowns, he kind of just ran through him a little bit. But before that final knockdown, Harrison started landing some absolute bombs to the point where I was like, oh shit, he might be turning the tide again. Just like the Muay Thai fight, but didn't. But while it lasted, it was fucking sick. So shout out to that fight.
Agreed. And the emotion, we thought it was Liam's last fight. It's not. It's not even his last fight in one, apparently. He's going to come back next year. But yeah, good fight. I can't think of anything other. Guys, if you have any, speak now.
Sounds good.
I don't think so. All right, we move on. Connor.
Okay, so breakthrough Muay Thai fighter of the year.
Okay. You want to go first?
I picked John Lineker. No one saw this coming.
I was talking a lot of shit with Lineker too. He's not going to be good in Muay Thai, and then he just blasts everybody. I'm like,
everyone thought Asa was just going to beat him up for 3 rounds.
Yeah,
and Lineker beat the hell out of him.
Because I remember the rumors of Liam Harrison and Lineker were going on, or Rodtang versus Lineker. I'm like, what's the point of that fight? It's just an MMA fight. He's going to get destroyed. And then, he just completely blew my expectations.
Yeah, I think Harrison was wise. If he ducked that fight, I think good decision made. In hindsight, I think everyone thought Lineker would just be crushed by these Muay Thai guys, but he's crushing them. Do you have any other names, Will, or was Lineker up there?
I have Nabil with Lineker as an honorable mention, just because Nabil, how many times did he have? He fought 4 times this year? 3 times? 4 times.
3 or 4.
Lineker he fought 3 times.
3 times.
One
was Lobo, Solon. Ooh, come on. That's nasty. That's a nasty list.
It's pretty good.
And just, Lineker is doing Lineker things over and over and over again, whereas Nabil is showcasing some full understanding of the game, which I guess it doesn't always matter. You can just be Lineker and run through people throwing hooks, but Nabil showing all these facets and understanding the game with distance control and all these things. For me, that's him leveling up further. So for me, that's the breakout is Nabil.
I would throw Kong Torney in there. I don't know if you can call this a breakthrough year for him. I think you can.
Yeah,
I think his evolution has been pretty steady this year. I think he won the contract this year, or was it last year? I'm going to double check. Whatever, but he definitely progressed this year. I think it was, in April this year. So he won the contract in April after beating Jiao Suyai, which is a great win. I think the super leg fight didn't go his way, but it showed just to be in the ring with super leg shows how far he's come. What he did to Nakrobe was special, and he totally handled Tagir. I also think he got his just kind of became more professional. Not many Thais have really embraced the wonders of the piss master himself, Peter Miller, but Kong Torney wisely did, and it's working wonders for him. So I'm going to throw Kong Torney out there. So we've got Lineker, Kong Torney, Nabil, Phil. Have you got anyone else, or are you going to be a tiebreaker here?
I'm gonna have a fourth option here.
Okay.
I went with Johan Estupiñán. He went 4-0 this year, surprisingly, and then he had 3 first-round knockouts, which were all 3 of them were under 2 minutes. So he's been pretty impressive to me. He's only 22, I believe, if I'm correct. Yeah, 22 years old. He's gonna have a big fight against Johan. What was he? A Ghazali, right? Jojo.
The JoJos.
So he's my newcomer of the year.
Do we all have 4 different answers?
Yeah, this is a terrible situation. I don't know how we decide.
The chat decides, I guess.
Yeah, chat. What do you think? Lineker, Kong Torney, Nabil, or Johan Estupiñán? Or can one of us flip? Can you be convinced? Has someone presented a convincing enough argument?
What's kind of crazy too, all you guys' names is not on my list. I mean, I could list some of the guys. Like I had Freddie Haggerty too, went 3-0. Because I was just trying to think like new guys this year, because Nabil came in last year, if I'm correct, right?
He came in last summer against Superlek, I think. Pretty tough. I mean, for the ease of argument, I can switch to Nabil if that makes it easier. I think Nabil's had a very good year. Kulab Dam, Lobo, Solinu, he may have beaten Pettanong as well, which really would have made this probably easier.
I think he would
have the Shadow too. Shadow as well.
Shadow. Yeah.
For me, it's Nabil mostly because when he last year he got to step up in competition against the elite like Superlek, and he lost and he got finished, right? And then now he regrouped this year and he started testing those waters again against some of those elites like Lobo, and passed with flying colors. So for me, it's like he's shown the growth that now he can hang with the elite of the elite. So that's why he's my breakout.
I can go to Nabil. So it does sway it. Does anyone else want to change or argue that? Tell me I'm an idiot.
I see a couple of Johans in the chat. Come on, guys. Johan.
Anonymous says Nabil's improvement equals stop cutting and fighting the correct weight class. That's true. Nabil, with that logic, Sean James, you convinced Sean. I'm going to make an executive decision. We go with Nabil just because we have to move on. Two of us with Nabil.
Though.
Yeah. In honorable mention to Johan. How about that?
There we go. 4-0 this one.
Okay, all right, Connor.
Does his brother win 2025?
Yeah, his brother. Well, I was gonna say after the show, I'm doing a show next week. Our bold predictions for 2025. If people want to jump on again, we can do that. But let's deal with 2024 right now. Connor, what is next? Come on.
Okay. Best kickboxing fighter in one.
Oh, let me start this off. Rug. That's it. Yeah. That's my answer.
That's it.
To be honest, I had the hardest time looking at kickboxers because they were so inactive this year. Because they at least most of the champions only have 1 or 2 fights. And so it was kind of hard for me. I mean, I wanted to go super elect, but there was only 1 fight. Carrillo was fun, but he lost the fight in the beginning of this year. But I mean, I guess I'll go. I mean, realistic, I'd probably go maybe Jackie Buntan just because she went 2-0 as a kickboxer. Big fights, so that's my pick.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if it's male or female or if it doesn't matter because Jackie's for sure up there for me.
Jackie. Okay. She beat Mexon and who was the other one?
I think it was just Mexon, right?
No,
Is
she
that
had
it?
2 fights.
I think
in
she had a fight in
2020.
March.
Someone
If it had her
confirmed.
name.
Yes, but that was Muay Thai.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
No, there's just
Then
not a
never
lot
mind
of
then.
kickboxing going on at the top this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
everyone has
But-
like one fight.
Yeah. 'cause
that
you
was
could
the
argue-
issue when you. I just couldn't find too many kickboxers that had that much fights. I mean, there was John
say
DeBella,
Murat?
but he went 1-1.
Yeah,
Murat, yeah, we could go Murat. Did lose
Murat
a fight
had a good year.
against Superbon.
Yeah, I think for me, it is tough. You know, it's not through their own fault that they're all quite inactive. So you've got to go with one of the champions. So for me, it's either Superbon for the win over Murat, or it's Jackie, or it's Superlek. You know, I mean, to be honest, the way he dealt with Takeru in Japan on enemy territory, just an all-time game plan from Fase there. Incredible. And the injury, he beat up Takeru's leg so bad. He made Takeru cry.
Yeah,
I love
Oh,
Takeru, by the way. But I think that for me may be enough to swing it. Unless
Yeah, I
anyone's got anything.
John DeBella for his 2 wins. Very good.
well, one
Yeah.
win.
Well, 2 wins.
Yeah,
Depending on who
yeah,
you ask.
the
yeah.
controversy.
Oh.
DeBella's a good shout because I do have him 2-0 this year. Sam A for his comeback is cool too. He had a good kickboxing fight as well against who was it? What's his name? The Fighting Rooster, right?
Jang
Paimon.
Peimian. Yeah.
Hamian, yeah.
I think I probably
Ursel also lost his belt, got it right back.
Yeah. I was kind of torn between Superlek and Ursel.
Ursul's good. Ursul's
Yeah.
very
And like the first fight, I mean, it was technically a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on one scoring, it's like
good.
Yeah. It's weird.
I mean, I do like the Super Leg pick just because Takeru was like a pound for pound best kickboxer on the planet, according to Beyond Kick. Shout out to them. You know, and then Super Leg kind of came in there, you know, beat him. You know what I mean? On short notice, which makes it even more impressive.
That was so badass by Superlek. Just pulling up short notice, brings his belt, doesn't have a corner, grabs
Yeah.
I think he grabbed Sidichai, who was just knocked
And
out.
Tristan.
Yeah.
And Tristan, yeah. He's like, yeah, can you corner me?
It
Yeah,
just made this-
yeah. You've swung it for me. That's it. I'm going with Superlek. He's got 3 awards for me. Can we agree on that, or are we going to dispute it?
No, that's good.
I think
I'm
that's
gonna go with Super Leg just because like the context. I mean, that was just a badass performance.
Yeah.
Took him to leg kick hell.
He
Yeah, I
almost
think-
got knocked out in that third round, but
Yeah, as well. The way he came back from that, that crowd. Was anyone else there? I was there. It was fucking crazy loud when that happened. To
love
deal
that.
with that atmosphere, yeah.
I love the face off too because like I always like assume like all ties are humble, and then like during the face off too, like Super like just gets in his face. I'm like, whoa, like I didn't know he was like that.
He knows how to put on a show.
Yeah, pretty badass
Also,
performance.
You know, seeing him drinking Asahi in the lobby afterwards, like it's nothing.
And the champion stepping in too, which makes it even more
Yeah.
cooler.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, the other guy's out. I'll defend my belt in like what short notice. I don't know how many weeks it was, but damn,
I think it was
yeah.
like 3 weeks or something ridiculous.
Yeah, Super like kickboxer of the year. What's that? 4 awards for him.
3.
Three.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Muay Thai
Anonymous saying Reggie so lost the belt, got it back. For me, I would, yeah, great. I'm gonna save Ursel for my kickboxing fight of the year.
I have
I
the
don't know.
same.
Is that your next award, Connor?
Yeah, we can skip to that and go back
Okay.
to KO.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
best kickboxing fight of the year, I put Alexis Nicholas versus Reagan Ursel 2. That was just such a beautiful fight to watch.
Yeah, agreed. I'm with that. Anyone else have anything?
That's my pick, but I will do honorable mention to the boy John DeBella versus Prajan Shai. That fight was also
yeah.
very cool.
Oh,
That was a great fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went Super like in Takeru.
which is also very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've always held that like number one on my list from like all combat sports, and it just never changed. And like I kept watching that fight, just how he just super like broke him down the first 2 rounds with all these leg kicks, and Takeru just kept coming forward, and then super like chopped him down, and then he gets rocked in the 3rd round, and I'm just like 5 a.m. in my bedroom, like, yo, what is going on? They're like, no, this is not good. Because like I like to rep for my Southeast Asian fighters, and like Japan is like our rival, so it's just like we have to beat this man. And then like I think I had round 4 for Super Leg as well. He came back and won, and 5 for Takeru. It was a fun fight, and the context behind everything, which we explained earlier, and just showing up like that, and an amazing fight against Takeru, and yeah, that's my fight of the year.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna switch to Super Leg Takeru. I really, really did enjoy Ursul versus Nicholas too, and I loved DiBella versus Prajanchai, but that fight, I think because it was so long ago, a whole year ago, it happened so long ago, the shine kind of wore off a little bit for me, but hearing you talk about it, I do remember that shit was crazy. And just some of the highest level shit. The game plan from Super Leg on short notice to execute, and then Takeru, despite the game plan being perfect against him, almost gets the finish, but then Super Leg comes back from that. I mean, come on. That's fucking crazy. At that stage.
It was like a body shot, and then just like
Yeah,
all of a sudden
kick to
Super
the
Leg
liver.
just froze. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Grab him. What are you doing?
Takeru's a finisher. Not everybody's a finisher. Some guys get people hurt and they sometimes get a finish and things like that. Sometimes they don't. Takeru usually gets the finish there, but Super Leg is fucking that good.
It's so tough too, because he didn't even get dropped or anything, or like a 10 count. He just ate them all.
Yeah.
He's just like, keep going, and then
He even snuck a head kick in there at one point.
yeah, he snuck in a head kick in there and everything. I made a highlight video, and I'm just like amazed by like all the kicks that Super Leg threw. Yeah, I love that fight. I would watch it again.
I might watch that again today.
Yeah, we're deadlocked then.
Yeah.
How do we do this? I guess the big fight feel. Yeah, you've convinced me a little bit, guys, with this,
and it's like Thai versus Japan. It's a story of rivalry. Buoka versus Masato. You know what I mean? This is this generation's like Buoka versus Masato. Super Leg and Takeru, 2 of the best kickboxers on the planet. Well, Super Leg only has like 4, which makes it even more impressive. He's a Muay Thai guy, just going in there and just like beating one of the best kickboxers on the planet. And if I'm correct, Takeru was like ranked number 6 in the world, like pound for pound, according to Beyond. So like for him to just walk in short notice with a random corner, grabs Tristan, grabs Sidichai, who just got knocked out by Marat, and then just beats him. Impressive. My fight of the year.
Yeah. I'm gonna make executive decision. You have convinced me with this.
I'm going to switch over too. The story's too good. The storyline is too good.
The Ursul fight is sick though. That fight was awesome.
Yeah, what I would say with Ursul is just, I feel like it was in the wrong place. If that had been, on a stadium show with the crowd going nuts, it would have elevated it, I think, above the Super Leg fight, maybe on the right card. So just because it was in Lumpini, and not that Lumpini wasn't appreciating it or loving it, but I think the atmosphere wasn't as crazy as that one. So I'm going to switch, sadly. Super Leg has now got 4 awards. Honorable mention to Ursul. If we could split it, we would. I'm sure he doesn't care.
Yeah. And that was so good going in, because it was the first time in like 8 years we actually thought that someone could beat Ursul.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Nicholas is fucking good, man.
Oh yeah.
Nobody really knew about Nicholas before too, because I thought it just
he was a newcomer. He got like a title shot off of one fight.
Hey, that could be upset of the year, the first fight.
Oh no, we have another upset of the year for kickboxing.
Yeah, I already got mine.
Yeah, I got mine.
Yeah.
Is that one of the awards? Or what?
It is Rug Rub Ketchup on my list.
Mine too.
Fuck you, that's mine.
Well, upset of the year, Rug Rub Ketchup it is.
Yeah.
Unanimous. Okay. Connor, what did we skip? Sorry for
Okay.
kickbox.
Best kickboxing KO.
Fuck.
I kind of
For
had to
me-
scour for this as well.
Yeah, for me, it's hard not
Ketchup.
to go Marat ketchup. Yeah, Road Greg versus ketchup. For me, it's going to be Takeru versus Tanzin. just because
Oh, yeah.
Just because
Yeah.
he came into one, and with so much hype. There's the super leg fight, which is amazing, but he drops that. He spends so much time without a fight again, and you're like, man, is he gonna have a bunch of ring rust again? And then he comes out, gets dropped by Tanzin, but then comes back and finishes him. It might not be, and I mean this with no disrespect to Tanzin. I think going into that fight, a lot of people were like, this isn't the right matchup skill wise for Takeru. It's a little bit of like a tune up fight for Takeru. But then he gets dropped, and Tanzin proves that he's dangerous. So in the fight, we find out, oh, this maybe is more equal than we thought going into it. Some of that could have been ring rust coming back from the injuries, but yeah, his finish, the comeback finish in that one after getting dropped, is very cool to me.
Okay.
Now, for me, just off of like pure knockout, I went with Ilyas Mahmoudi versus
Yeah.
Tiaki Naito. That was a
That's my number
sick
2.
spinning back fist. Just like
Yeah.
brutal knockout.
He just kept doing it the whole fight too.
He just spammed it the whole time.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm with Connor because that was like literally one of my favorite fights of the year, and just the fact that he was like a video game, and you just spam the spinning back fist until it lands and knocks
Yeah.
him out. Because he knocked him out in like the final seconds of the third round, if I'm correct, right? Or like
was
in the
close
last
to the-
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
And
close
he
to the end of the
dropped him
round.
with it before, and he got back up, and then he just slapped him.
Yeah, that was literally one of the funnest fights I ever had watching. And I was like with my boy, and I was like, dude, like this is like a video game. And he like actually pulled out his like a controller and just pushed buttons. Like, see, this is how
Yeah.
this is like a real life video game fight. And he just spammed the spinning back fist. And then, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Will almost had me with Takeru. And then you said pure knockout. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go with the pure one.
Yeah.
Well, like we just did our MMA awards on our show last night, and we ended up having to break things down with finishes by doing coolest knockout and then greatest knockout. And one is for the actual technique itself, and the other one is with all the stakes and the storylines. So like, yeah, Takeru with everything considered for me, but technique wise, yeah, Mahmoudi with that spinning back fist.
That
Sick.
was fun. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, and you got to remember as well, Mahmoudi had dengue fever, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So even
Yeah.
with the context and the storylines,
Yeah,
it's
so
good.
let's go with
Yeah.
Mahmoudi on this. I think Takeru, that's a great one from Will. But I think you got to go Mahmoudi. Guy was in hospital for like 2 weeks straight after that.
Crazy.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, that's fair. Let's go for that. All right. Sorry, Takeru.
Sorry to care.
At least you got
Sure,
fight
he's
of the year.
devastated.
You got fight of the year, and
Yeah.
yes, you lost. And,
It's something.
But it was only
Sorry.
fight of the year because of what he brought to the table too.
Yeah.
he's rich.
It takes
and
two.
has lots of,
He's about to win
endorsement deals.
2025 against Rotang, hopefully.
Yeah.
If the fight happens, he may be rematching Superlek.
Hey,
Yeah.
2025, we hope all fights happen.
Yeah.
The Super
Off to a
Lex not a
good
good
start.
start right now.
Not up to a good start. We're already having cancellations.
Yeah, this curse needs to end. The numbered curse.
Yeah.
We got to end it. Right. All right. Next award.
Okay.
Come on.
Breakthrough kickboxing fighter of the year.
Jeez. Oh, are there any?
So-
Remember? I mean, it's the joke that keeps on giving.
So I have him an award later on, but I'm saving him for last.
Yeah.
My breakthrough kickboxing fighter of the year, I actually went with Jonathan DeBella. I feel like that last performance, like he like leveled up big time.
I feel like too, him losing the fight to Prajan Chai so close. When you lose a fight like that, you kind of gain a ton of fans as if you won, because it's a bunch of people who now
Yeah.
feel like they're part of your team and say, my guy was robbed. And now they're like extra defensive about that person, so you gain a bunch of fans. Yeah, DeBella's a good pick. For me, it's Nicolas, just because I
Yeah.
did not know who he was, and then he
Mhm.
put on one of my favorite fights of the year.
True.
Okay.
True.
Yeah, I might go with that. Phil, do
Yeah, I
you?
didn't think of that.
Phil's like Googling stuff now. Quickly.
I'm looking at my list. I'm like, damn, these are all Muay Thai fighters. Like,
It's so much Muay Thai this
because
year.
like I said, the lack of kickboxing. I
Yeah.
had Ray Wu, if that's how you pronounce his name, the guy who's supposed to fight Haggerty. Just because you came in one fight and you already got a title shot,
Yeah.
Not bad.
And a controversial win against Akimoto.
we don't talk about that. I did have Tanzin. I know he's fought Muay Thai and he lost his kickboxing fight, but I feel like his stock really raised when he fought Takeru. You know, he brought in an exciting fight. He was already 2-0 and 1, and then they put on the kickboxing gloves. So I feel like his stock kind of rise in kickboxing as well. I mean, you could also throw in Takeru, I guess. Wait, was it Breakthrough Kickboxer, right?
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Takeru's off the list.
He's already established.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Ray Ru's established as well. I mean, who would you guys pick again?
In one specifically. I picked Dabella.
Will,
I
what was
just think
yours?
DeBella's already established. I know he's young still, but he's had the belt before that, and
I feel like he got so much better after that Pradenchai fight, though.
Will might have convinced me. Just because, like, who was Nicholas? You know what I mean?
I'll be honest, I didn't know who he was when they booked him for Ursula. I had to look him up, and I mean that with no disrespect. I don't have an encyclopedia of knowledge on kickboxing specifically, but yeah, I had to check out who he was, and then for him to take the belt, and then the second fight was so fucking good. He proved it wasn't just like a fluke, because sometimes guys will come in and fight an established guy. The established guy doesn't know who that is, and they can take the fight to him because they didn't know what to expect from him. Second fight, Ursula knew what to expect, and it was still a fantastic fight. So Nicholas, for me, is a cool fighter.
The issue with Nicholas, he didn't have a Wikipedia, so I don't know how legit you were before. So I'm just like, do I really know the guy? And then, I think I'm gonna go with Will's pick just because we need a winner. And I think that's
I'll switch over.
So what is that, Alexei Nicholas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree. I think I'm with you.
He didn't even win a fight this year.
Well, Chummy Boy's made a good point. Petjija beat Anissa and Todd in kickboxing.
Was that 2024?
That
was last year.
Yeah. She only fought the one time this year.
And Todd was like coming back after being there for so long, right? But it's not a bad pick.
It's not a bad pick.
I mean, at least Nichols, he snapped a regionals win streak, which is like 5 years unbeaten. Or something like that.
I don't think anyone was picking him to win.
Yeah. You could also say Jackie Buntan, because that was her first kickboxing fight and won, I think. And she won a belt. So
a new belt.
This complicates it, actually.
Buntan's not a bad pick.
God damn it.
And this is a more well established, but she was coming off a couple of losses, if I'm correct.
She had lost to Petjija right before that, right? That was her last fight before the Buntan fight.
See, like the kickboxing stuff really difficult this year. Hopefully 2025 is better at the end of the year.
It's just I don't want to say Nicholas because I feel had quite a storied career before he came to one.
Yeah.
And to call him a breakthrough, like he has fought in, not huge promotions, but I feel like he's not an unknown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we're talking about strictly one and not what they did before, but
Jesus. But Ursel won. He's won belts, like elsewhere. You know what I mean?
True.
Like he's fought. Yeah, this is the problem.
I mean, this is the problem. You could go Jackie. Jackie's not bad.
I did have Jackie as my female fighter of the year.
Same.
Are we going to separate them? Have we budgeted for that, Connor?
I can think of something.
Okay, Connor's going to think of it. Yeah, I think we should break. It's maybe that's the easiest way. All right, just to so we can move on. But Nicholas was from French boxing, as Dickie says, multiple-time champ.
Yeah.
And as Anonymous says, Jackie beat an inactive atomweight for the strawweight.
All right, so we have.
Um,
So we don't even have a nomination right now.
yeah, there's caveat.
Even the
Caveats
chat doesn't
everywhere.
know.
Rug, dude, there it is.
Dude,
First
just go Rug,
kickboxing
Rug.
fight.
Rug
knocked out the goat.
female fighter of the year as well.
Let's
I'm
say
correct-
Nicholas, yeah.
Rug has more wins than Roman Krylyov in 2024, right?
Krylia
Yeah.
didn't fight this year.
Exactly. So who's the king of heavyweight kickboxing? And who wins the heavyweight MMA title? Rug, our African king.
Oh my god. I think because one actually put I'm going to show it on screen so that you know I'm
No.
not look
Did they bring back
they
the
also
Rug
had
highlights?
in their
Oh.
breakout star of the year they had Nicholas as breakout.
Oh,
So
there it is.
Mm.
Even
we
more
can I
things,
think
so.
include him in breakout the category. So I'm going to go with Nicholas. Do we all agree?
Nicholas.
Yeah.
That's my
Okay.
pick. Because even if he was
All right.
established, he broke through to a new level into one's sphere, I think, this year.
Okay. Let's go forth and move on. That's it.
Come on,
Nicholas.
Connor. What do we
Okay.
got?
Let's move to MMA. Best
Nice.
MMA fighter of the year.
Again,
I went-
quite difficult.
Yeah, I went with Cade Rotolo.
Oh my.
Damn you! That was my pick.
Cade's not bad. I had Adrian Lee as breakout
That was my
of the
number
year
2.
because he looked very good in all his tests.
Is this for main fighter or breakout?
Just like in general.
Okay, overall.
All right,
Okay,
Rug.
okay. Rug.
I
What was it?
honestly, that's not even a joke. I actually
yeah,
Rug.
sure.
He got the heavyweight belt against Malik, and who everyone was talking about fighting John Jones and Francis Ngannou. Rug comes in and takes the belt from him at heavyweight. That's my guy.
Yeah.
You said MMA, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
There wasn't a ton of MMA this year. If we're
So,
being
like,
honest.
All right, I
There
remember you
usually
guys.
isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had my fighter of the year list, it literally had Superlek, Cade Rutolo, and then Rug. I want to say Cade just because he went. He had 2 impressive.
Yeah.
But we're going MMA. It has to be Rug. He kind of shocked everybody. Like now we're not making jokes about Rug. Like now we're serious. Like
Yeah, he beat Malikin.
he beat Malikin, and like
He beat 2 greats back to back.
yeah,
Was the Bujecha fight this year?
No,
Yeah,
that
it
was
no,
That
it
was
was
last year, right?
last year. Yeah.
It was
That
last
was
year.
August last year. Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's been a while.
So he's only had one fight. This is the
Well, 2
reason I
fights. You can't forget the Boucher catch-up.
I know one
That was an
MMA
upset.
fight. Cannot forget that. It's
I
forever
also-
inscribed on my mind.
I had Reese McLaren also on my list.
That's not
Hmm.
bad.
2-0. He just beat Jared Brooks too. I mean, arguably could have got the next title shot, but that didn't happen. So, I mean, it's not really too much going on with MMA, especially with some of the
Yeah.
MMA guys fighting in different sports. So, either
Yeah, it's
Rug
tough.
or Reese McLaren for me.
Yeah, Reese is a good one because he beat
Reese is not bad.
Jared, but he also beat Hu Yong, who was pretty dangerous. I think top 5 at the time, might still be in the top 5 contender. But how does that stack up? Yeah, against winning a heavyweight belt. I'm not sure. What do you think?
I mean, can we still put Anatoly Malikin? And he may have lost, but I'm pretty sure he won 3 fights before, if I'm correct. Or 2.
I think he only
retained
fought the once.
Yeah.
Before last.
I will say I did think that Malikin probably should have won that fight if the officiating went differently. But Rugger got the dub, so for me it's him.
Sean James says I fell asleep during that fight, so Reese can have
Yeah.
my vote.
It was bad. Reese is
Yeah.
a good pick, actually. Reese had a very good year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Reese because I think
Wow.
Rug, great, but I
He's
think
gonna see this, dude.
I know he's gonna hate me. One fight, and it was maybe slightly controversial, and I think if it had been in a cage, it may have been a different outcome. And it wasn't a great fight either. I know that doesn't really come into it, but it's
It
not
should,
like
though.
he went and did something spectacular. He just, and I love Rick Ruggles
True.
with all my heart. He's a lovely man and great fighter. He just kind of like took Mannequin down in the first round, then stood in the corner, didn't he? And
He did make him stumble once.
yeah, he
Yeah.
got the 5th round knockdown is essentially
Yeah.
what won him the fight. So
That in the card, right?
He hit him
You
with the
could
rock
argue he should
bottom
have been
too.
carded too. The rock bottom.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is Rug. Does anyone want to try and?
I'm
Interject.
fine switching to Reese, to be honest. I liked Reese's year. I thought he
Yeah.
should have been getting a title shot at the end of this year, but didn't
I
happen.
mean,
but
He got
2-0. Not too many guys with 2-0 in MMA for one.
true.
You're lucky to get a fight.
And hey, he beat one of the current champions, so that's
Yeah.
a good enough for my case.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think of anyone else. There's, I mean, Jared shat the bed in Doha with the spike. He won an
I think
interim belt. Then he
Cade and
lost to
Adrian
Reese.
both have claims, also, in my opinion.
I would save them for breakout just because of
Yeah.
level of opposition as well.
Definitely.
Age. I don't think anyone in the chat has any other shouts. So
Have we done overall fighter of the year? Because I know we've done each category. Like we can do something overall.
yeah, we might
can.
do that. Yeah, Connor's the MC of the awards.
Okay.
It's up to him. You know, I don't make the rules.
He's the
We can do
director.
that when we're done at MMA.
Okay.
Okay.
So is it Reese? Is it Reese?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Shout out to Reese.
Yeah.
Shout out to Reese.
Great year. Got snubbed the title shot, but yeah.
But he won this award, so
Yeah.
ultimately I think that weighs more.
Yeah. This is more important. More important than the belt.
Is this the
Okay.
Nick Atkin Awards or like what are we calling this award?
I don't. Yeah, maybe the Truth Awards. I don't know. Something like that. I'm trying to think of other fighters. Shamil Gasanov. He fought twice, did he?
Yeah, but like
Not very memorable.
damn, you read you said my words.
Yeah.
My boy Ben Tynan, if they didn't take everything he earned.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Oh,
he
yeah.
tested positive, man. You disqualified. I'm sorry, Ben.
So they say.
So they say.
I don't think they thought the world wasn't ready for the jean shorts.
Nope.
Well, Shamil had 3 wins. Yeah,
That's not
Oho Tech, Aaron Kanate, and Halil Amir. Not bad.
And yet I don't remember any one of those fights.
I think, yeah, like the two of those wins were against people who are not. I think coming off losses, you know, and then all 3 of them were coming off losses. I don't want to do Shamil's year down. He's had a great year, but I don't
Winning
think any
3
of them
fights,
were.
regardless of how they looked or who they were against, is still hard to do.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Especially
put him
in
as
one,
number 2.
Because you don't get 3 fights.
I still think it's Reese, though, to be honest.
Okay, that's a wrap. We'll call it Reese.
Yeah.
But he was dominant in those fights, as Sean James says.
Yeah.
I just want to show Reese some love because I think he got a little bit hard done by with the title fight. Yeah. Okay, we move on. Let's go.
Okay. Best MMA fight. This was tough. This was
one was
tough.
really-
I had to scour. Like,
Why don't you start then, Connor? You
Okay.
have,
so I'm probably like way off because like there was
Dude,
like
there's
no
nothing.
MMA this year.
there's nothing.
I went with Elise Anderson versus Victoria Souza.
That's actually not bad. That was actually a sick fight. I remember that. I forgot about that fight, but you saying
The
it right
grappling
now,
exchanges
it was
were
actually
so
very
sick.
cool. And the crowd was like adding to all
Oh,
the
they were into it,
transitions,
yeah.
the back and forth. Mine was Kwanwan Il versus Zoltsitseg, just because
Oh,
it was scouring. I had to scour for that one, but I
Yeah,
very much
that
enjoyed
was-
that fight as well.
Am I allowed to get a pass? Like literally, I can't really think at the top of my head unless it's really one-sided. And it's just like I just paid attention to the Muay Thai and kick. I know more grappling fights than freaking MMA this year.
That's bad.
That's crazy.
That's really bad.
Like Christian Lee versus the Ali, the last fight was looking pretty good, and then
It was looking
know what
so
happened.
good.
Yeah. Then the freaking
was-
eye poke.
Yeah. I don't remember any of the One Friday Fights MMA because like I just don't pay attention to those ones.
There was not a lot.
No.
See,
What about Bullar against Amir Ali Akbari? I think was a barn burner in Qatar.
Yeah.
yeah, we don't talk about that one.
Yeah.
All right, Sean James has a good suggestion
Yeah, that's
here.
not bad.
Yuya against Gilbert, hands down.
Sean James
That's
says,
not
"Take
bad.
my pick." Sean, I'm taking your pick.
Take my pick, Phil.
I got you.
It's not a bad shout. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else that was. It's been a bad year. I'm gonna say
There wasn't a
it's
loss.
bad year. Bad year for MMA and one really bad year.
Can we go with Malikin and the Ritter? 2?
But this wasn't a good fight. It was.
I just saw the poster in your room, so I'm just like,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what? I'm trying to look like, can I pick one of those fights?
But this
That was
is what I
last year,
mean.
though, right?
This card should have been the MMA on here. You've got 4 great fights, but they were all terrible. You know,
they all sucked.
Willa got a red card. Brooks got a red card. Tang and Tan both got like yellow carded, and then first 2 rounds were horrible. Then there was a knockout, and then the main event, just kind of fizzled out. Derrida just couldn't get up.
Overall, that was not a good card.
Which
No.
sucks because last year they had one of the best fights of the year, not even just in all of MMA with the Andrade versus Lineker. It was so
Great
good.
fight. Great fight.
Yeah, 23 had some great MMA. Just not a vintage year.
Yeah.
It's fair to
Gotta go
say.
with my boy Quan Wan. That dude's a savage.
He's awesome.
Okay.
I love Pretty Boy. He is like, he could be a big star. If he beats Andrade in January, they can hype him up.
Dude.
I don't think he
So
beats
good.
Fabricio in any way, sadly. But I'm fully on the Quan hype train. I love him too. Yeah, I'm not sure he wins that fight, but I look forward to it.
Pretty Boy never dies.
He does not. This is a really tough award.
It's hard, dude.
I feel like
I
no
was
one
going through-
deserves it, to be honest.
I'm so glad though. To be
Well,
honest,
what's
I'm
the
so
chat
glad.
saying? Because like I don't really
The
see
chat's
anything.
just not even saying anything. Talking about Muay Thai.
For me, I was like, shit, dude. I'm turning into a casual. I can't even think of like what was the best fight in MMA and one this year. I'm so glad you guys were also having hard times with it. Because I was like, what does this mean about me? But
We could have just made this a Muay Thai show, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go with Gilbert.
that's one's
then.
motto this year. We could have just made this
Yeah.
a Muay Thai show.
We got Gilbert and Yuya, Elise and thingy. Victoria, was it?
Yeah.
Any other suggestions?
I can't think anything.
Okay.
Next topic.
There just wasn't
Who's-
a lot.
Okay.
Who's happy with Yuya and Gilbert?
I mean, we got no choice.
I guess. Let's move on.
There it is. All right, let's go.
Okay. Best MMA KO. Also have to like search
Also-
pretty hard for this.
Quan Wan Il,
Can
my
we
boy.
just- We'll go with Quan John Hill.
Well, what I went with Akbar Ubdulaya versus Haril Amir. That was a vicious KO.
Yeah, that's not
I
bad.
forgot about that one. Yeah.
That was like one shot just out cold.
Wasn't that the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I think that was January.
Yeah, June. That's when Superlek was headlining against Elias Mamundi, right?
Yeah,
and then they pulled him out and put him to Karu. And
and
that
then the
was
main event for fight night was awful.
actually. I'm gonna go with Connor's pick. I actually remember that knockout. That knockout was vicious.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, unanimous, I think.
Okay.
Chummy Boy
Skip.
says skip.
Yeah.
Okay. So best MMA submission of the year. Also have to look pretty hard.
I guess
You just gotta go Cade. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went with Brooks versus Ballard.
Okay.
That's not
Yeah,
fair.
that's not bad.
You see how
It's
small
not
Ballard.
fair.
You see how small Ballard is, man.
Brooks isn't too big
Oh.
either. But
Brooks
Ballard,
made him.
he's
Brooks
small.
looked like a giant against Ballard. I was like, this is bullying at its finest.
For me, it's the club and sub. Cade's club and sub, his last fight.
Yep,
It's
that is
the
mine
knockdown
too.
to the Darce choke, the specialty of the Rutola brothers. For me, that's the submission.
I agree. Although I mean, I like the Brooks sub, but I think the way, Cade set that up was fantastic.
Hit him on the right
Moraes
straight.
and Danny King had anyone?
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Right? Was it? He shot it.
I think it was a guillotine. Yeah, it wasn't flashy. It never really is with Adriano, but he's very.
You would kind of just
workmanlike.
like ran into it.
Yeah, for pure masterclass, Buchet has got a good one too.
Ooh,
Taking
Oh,
him back
yeah.
immediately.
yep,
They were
50K
naked.
bonus.
Oh, that was okay. Yeah,
That was pretty good.
Love Buchet.
I'm looking at the Moraes now. It's pretty good actually.
It's kind of
like that
unfair
one.
that we're picking guys that have like a decorated BJJ background.
I know, right? Buchet.
I'm gonna
Ayaka
say
is not a bad shout either.
yeah, Ayaka. I'm gonna go with Marias because I think the level of opponent is stronger than, or is it? I know
I
Danny's
like
lost.
Mori's
it.
pretty good.
King Knight might be on his way out as well. He's been with one for a while.
I know he sort of lost 4 of his last 6 or something, but he has like he's gone 3 rounds with DJ.
Yeah.
He's beaten some good names. He's beaten Reese McLaren. All that was kind of dodgy. He's beaten Yuya Wakamatsu. He's lost to Yuya as well. It's a tough one. Cade, I don't want to do down Cade's thing, but I'm not too sure. I like Ahmed Mujtaba, but I don't know.
Sage also subbed it.
It's not really a fair fight, is it? But that's how good Cade is. Like once Cade gets on the ground, maybe I think I'm gonna go with Cade because he's showing he can do it in MMA.
The fact
as
that
well.
he dropped him right before adds to it for me.
Yeah.
Yep, the context behind that.
And he won CJI.
Yeah.
Which doesn't add too much to it, but it is also
Yeah.
cool.
All right, we go with Cade or
Sure.
Cade it is.
yeah, Ayaka. Couple of who's that against? Macarena, Aragon.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing too. It's like, who is that against?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, move
No
on.
disrespect.
Yeah.
With all due
I
respect,
just want to say, is everybody wearing a one shirt? Because I didn't want to feel like
Yeah.
alone.
I had to pull mine out. Yeah.
I did not. I changed out of mine. I was painting the roof. I'm gonna go put it on.
Well, you got
Yeah,
enough one
yeah,
stuff in
absolutely.
your background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, it's all right.
I was gonna
Yeah,
come
no.
out like Garth.
You
and
got a
Punch Road with all the
one
Reebok stuff on.
kickboxing glove?
Yeah.
Is that from Rug
somewhere.
Rug?
Signed from Rug Rug. No,
The one that knocked out
probably not.
Butcher?
That one is too hard. You can't get that. That's on display in a museum somewhere, man. Sure.
You have to get it graded now.
In Senegal, dude.
Yeah.
At the
The
Capitol
president
building.
probably got it. Yeah. All right. What is it next then?
Okay. Breakthrough MMA fighter of the year.
Jesus Christ.
I went with
man.
Cade.
For me, there's only 2 options for me. It's Adrian and Cade.
Yeah. I went with Cade Rotolo.
I'll go with
I feel like
Cade
it's
too.
more impressive.
I think it's Cade.
Cade.
Getting
Adrian
a
is actually
knockdown.
second for me.
Adrian,
Yeah, I like
think
Adrian, but his opponents were not to disrespect them, just not
known.
the level. Yeah, that. But he should have been matched with them. That's a good match for him. But I think Cade took out 2 guys who probably higher level, more experience. So
I think Cade getting a knockdown is like the epitome of like a breakout moment too, because everyone's like, "Oh shit, he has some power in those hands. He's not just a jiu-jitsu guy potentially."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember saying it like, wow, Cade got hands too. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a breakout type performance.
And his opponent was like 10-1 or like a 10-2. Like, so it was kind of impressive in my opinion. Somebody with way more experience in MMA than him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mujtaba has lost to Sage and Halil Amir, I think, in one. He does have a win over someone before that.
Did he drop Sage before he got heel hooked?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He did, right?
he did. Yeah. Sage's chin is gone.
Yeah.
Well, all right. We could do Cade if there's any.
Cade.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. Grappling.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Let's go through this quick.
I like that.
So, sub grappling fighter of the year. I think we all have Batos. I mean, who else would you pick?
Grappling fighter of the year?
Yeah.
Grappling fighter of the year?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna go Cade.
Bastos.
But what did he do? I don't think he had a
Listen.
grappling match this year.
Let me check Wikipedia just to make sure I'm correct.
Can we count?
I don't think he
do we-
competed in one this year for grappling.
But he
Yeah,
did win
he
the
subbed
Craig Jones
Francisco.
Invitational.
He actually
True.
he subbed Francisco Lowe, and then he beat Tommy Langaker, who's actually very good too.
Ooh. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And he won CJI, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it to Cade.
Yeah, I was gonna say Batos, but now I'm kind of
Yeah.
switching.
I think you go Cade. I mean, Tommy is super legit.
Oh,
He
yeah.
beat him.
He
He's beat
beat
him
him
3
fairly-
times now.
Yeah, and the last one was like fairly decisively at the Japan
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
All right, it's Cade.
I think we've lost Phil. Bus.
It's the
Oh, did
Cade
we?
and Super Lex
I think
show.
we
It
did lose
is,
him.
yeah.
I thought he was just tuning out the grappling.
Although Anonymous says Bastos made Kelly look like a white belt.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad. She had a great year too.
Yeah, we've been bought. Cade
The
and Super
Twitch's
Lex.
panel.
They bribed us.
I actually did think Tommy won the first match against Cade, if I'm being honest. But that was 2023.
Sean James says Mikey's grappler of the year. What do you think about that?
Didn't he only
Souza
have
is
the
a
one
very-
match?
Yeah, but it's a rematch. Souza's very
Yeah.
good.
He definitely had the
dating
best
the-
interview.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm looking up Mikey now. Was it just the one match?
I think
It
so.
was just a Souza one.
And then the drama in Denver when he
Drama.
almost died.
It's surprising though that he.
He did have the Fight Pass Invitational one too, but
But that's not one. That's
yeah,
Yeah.
and it was not very good.
no.
Okay. Probably stick with Cade. I mean, have we done grappling sub of the year? Oh yeah, I
Where-
agree with Sean James here. Ty against
Yeah.
Michelle.
Yeah,
I actually went with for sub of the year. I went with Dante Leon when he did the triangle armbar on Bruno Pucci, but probably because it's just fresh in my head.
I
Yeah,
like that, but I
it's not
think
bad.
Michelle is just a much higher level. I think love Bruno too, but I think the title fight, the move was sick.
Was that the
Ty.
Rotolo lock or the Rotolo choke?
It's when
I think
he
it was
just
Where it was
the-
like the
jumped.
arm in rear naked choke.
It was the
that one?
Rotolo teen or something.
Yeah,
like
Rotolo
that.
teen,
Rotolo.
yeah.
That's what they call it. Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot about
that
that.
Cade hit earlier, right?
That was in April, I think.
Well, we'll go with
Yeah,
that.
it was
if no
April.
one.
Yeah,
liked-
that submission is sick. Come on,
All right, Phil is
arm
back.
in rear naked choke.
Heroin.
Do you have any additions to this grappler submission of the year, Phil? Do you care?
Submission of the year?
Yeah, from grappling. We went with Ty Rotolo against Isaac Michelle.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Okay.
All my
That
tabs
was on
got
my
closed
list.
out.
Okay.
Okay, so best submission grappling fight of the year.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
I went with Danielle Kelly versus Mesa Batos 1. I feel like that was very back and forth.
I'll go with I mean, it's not really a. Are we really calling it a fight? Because I don't like calling it a fight.
We call it a match, I guess.
Yeah, match. Mikey
Nice.
Musumeci versus Souza. Mainly just
Not
because,
bad.
you know, the context behind it. It just makes it more interesting. It kind of got me a little more hyped to watch him grapple this
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Give me Tyro Tolo versus Joseph Chen.
Yeah,
That's my pick.
a lot of people like that one, so I'll go with the flow on that, just so we can get out of this award. Yeah,
Yeah.
two people have it.
Next.
Okay. So I got one more award. This is my bonus award. Best dance moves. Boucher ketchup when he got knocked out.
Oh
He
yeah,
was breaking it down.
the dab.
That's crazy.
But
Give me Macarena
Rug.
for her walkout.
Oh yeah, Rug's walkout. He's got some moves.
For me,
I'm
it's
not sure.
Macarena because that shit was. We were like, everybody's making jokes about the name leading up to the fight, and then she comes out doing it.
That's true.
Yeah. And then she
Oh,
gets
great.
subbed in like 2 minutes.
Yeah. All right, we'll go with Macarena.
Macarena.
Okay, I want to throw out the event of the year as well.
Mm.
I got a pick for this one.
I got one. I forgot what the number was, but the Denver show. The Denver show was
Yeah.
incredible.
168.
Yep.
I have, probably biased glasses on because I was there for it, and it was like such a crazy. The whole trip was so cool, so I'll probably add some of that into how cool the event was. But yeah, the super leg knockout was shocking. Harrison retiring seemingly in a crazy fight. Lineker had the crowd going crazy. The Stupinon fight was nuts. Ghazali was nuts. Yeah, it was just a cool, great card.
I thought it was a pretty
Japan
good.
was not bad too, though. 165 was also crazy.
I thought 168 actually showed off like the younger talent, especially with Johan and the other Johan, Adrian. They're like showing off the teenagers / 20-year-olds, and they were just getting it done.
They also had Stamp fall off the card, Mikey fall off the card. So
Yeah.
there was like, oh, is this gonna suck? And then it was incredible.
I think I canceled my flight just because all the fights were canceled.
A lot of people said the card improved when Mikey fell off.
I mean, you got John Lineker on that card.
The Lineker fight was nuts, dude.
Yeah, that
the
was
Lineker
wild
fight-
to watch.
So we made, for my channel, we made like a video of like the trip, right? And like that event. And we ended up I had to pull audio from the broadcast because the crowd broke my mic in the Lineker fight.
That loud.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Well, I wouldn't dispute that. The only one I can think of, maybe one of the tent poles. I think it was the July card was pretty good. Dibella, Prajanchai,
That was good.
Superlek, Kongtorny, Sewer Black, Nabati, Petanong, Ramazanov, Shadow, and Jimmy Viano. There's just a bunch of cool fights on this.
Tyson Harrison.
Yeah.
That was sick.
And maybe the September tent pole.
That was
with,
a really good one for no title fights.
Yeah, Superbond Joe, was it?
Yeah.
And Takeru Tanzin, Nongo, Nabati, Nabil Solinu. Sameh Akram.
Sameh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a bad pick.
I think I like Denver, but
yeah,
for me, Denver it was awesome, and I give them credit for pulling it off when all odds were against them with everything that happened, the pullouts and injuries. Big fight feel was in Denver. I just think pound for pound, the card was better on this September tent pole. But I'm, if the chat says otherwise, or if you guys all say Denver, I'll agree.
I mean, that tent pole card was freaking.
That tent pole was great. Another great fight in that was Suakam when he fought Otis, and like they just kept knocking each other down.
What about the Impact Arena in June? Was that good?
That was good.
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
Was it good enough to win this prestigious award?
I don't know.
For me, I don't think anything can top 168. I think I'm too far gone in the bias with being there and how crazy that trip was, and then the event itself was cool as fuck. I don't think anything's gonna take it from me.
Well, let me pitch you 167.
Oh,
Taiwan Chai and Joe, you had the drama at the end and a great fight. Rodtang Puric, you had the Rodtang weight miss
was
drama
fun.
and a pretty fun fight. They went toe to toe. Mikey and Souza, the storyline there, the revenge, the promo from Mikey. Cade and Blake, Cade's MMA debut.
Oh yeah, not bad.
Sidichai and Noiri. Sidichai upsets Noiri,
Mm.
so to speak. Maybe not so much now. Denise against Noel was what it was. Adrian's debut, I think. Johan Ghazali lost, which is a bit of an upset. Itsuki lost to Souza, big upset.
Mm.
Estupinan was a decision. And that I love Impact Arena as well. That's always cool. I would put that in my top 3 of Denver, this one, and Tentpole September. I'm not sure what order. Connor, what are you saying?
Yeah, that was a pretty solid card. I'm kind of torn between the 3. Because, like, the September tentpole was such a banger, like, all throughout. But then Denver and, like, the atmosphere, Superlek KO, Harrison seemingly retiring, now unretired.
Chummy Boy was there in Denver as well. There's a Thai fan, so 168. I'm happy to go with 168 if that's what everyone's saying.
I think we have to. That card was so
Yeah.
good and fun. Just like the fact that Superlek just ends the night with a 30-second knockout. Just
And
makes it even more.
We forgot that Chatri got his black belt as well.
Oh, yeah.
And broke down in
Enzo.
tears.
Enzo Gracie. I think there was just a lot of
And-
spectacle, right?
And DJ announces retirement.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Once
That's it. Like
Yeah.
that's it.
That seals it. Okay.
I want to
Chatri's
thank my
black belt with
wife.
DJ's retirement. My wife?
Look,
God,
I did laugh. I'm fucked up, but like it became a joke in the group chat.
So
My
funny, man.
wife?
Somebody said we need to make Valentine cards like that.
Dude, I'm about to rip that audio and put that in a. You can do custom cards, and when they open, they plays it. I'm about to put that in there.
Don't steal my idea for February 14th or 10th.
There you go.
All right, let's seal the deal. DJ's speech. 168 event of the year. Any other fun awards you can think of? Shall we go worst event? Is that unfair?
Oh, no.
Worst
The
fighter?
The worst events. Get
I don't want to
wiped.
dog on any individual people too much.
Well, the thing is too, right? Funny enough, like the Amazon cards, like the one fight nights would usually like be the bad ones, I guess, because they would have like, how would you say it? Like the fight just never lived up to the expectation in my eyes, at least on the fight night cards. And then when you do like the 168, 169, they've always been good. But when it comes to like the fight night, like 26, 27, they've been kind of like okay to me.
Yeah, I
I-
mean, it seemed like last year they had more success with the Amazon cards than this year.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Yeah.
gone a bit backwards this year.
That was a crazy fight.
I would say the worst event is Qatar. Definitely.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
because
Yeah.
and it's not one's fault. They put together a card which should have been great, but it just everything went wrong.
When you get somebody
know,
disqualified for
yeah.
not fighting,
Yeah.
it's already enough to tell you what was wrong with the card.
To be honest,
Yeah,
I thought that
it's-
was last year. That fight, that card has some distance between us. And
No, I would actually say if it wasn't for Superlek and Takeru, Japan might be a contender for the worst card of the year, just because.
that's how good that fight was.
Yeah,
The last impression of that card was so good. that-
yeah. I almost
kinda
gave that
carried the
my
rest of it.
event of the year just based on that one fight.
Yeah.
It's- But the rest of it was terrible. You had all that stuff with Sage
It was
happening,
so bad.
Valkyrie,
Yeah.
and you had
Yeah.
John Lineker.
And the Sexyama freak show.
Yeah, that was terrible. The
Yeah.
MMA sucked. There were
Yeah.
two boring strawweight fights. I think Bokang and who was it? Hero Bad was it? Let me look it up.
Yamakita.
Yamakita, and then it just wasn't good. And
did
I
have
like all the
the,
guys involved in it, but it wasn't good. And the Itsuki versus Ayaka fight sucked. And
Yeah.
the
Tonin
Sidichai
versus
and
Martin.
Marat was good, though.
Tonin
Yeah.
was fun.
That was a good fight.
Tone and Martin was okay. I mean, but it
Never
was
saw
just
him
sort
again.
of, yeah. As in, it wasn't a great fight.
No.
It was an impressive performance. The grappling was good, you know, Tommy and Cade. So yeah, maybe I'm being harsh. We'll go with
No,
Qatar.
Going through it, it's a bad card. But
Yeah.
Qatar was special. For all the robberies.
As Sean points out, you know, we didn't mention Yu Yaopui getting knocked out by Amy in our Muay Thai K
shocking.
of the year. I think that should get a mention.
Yes.
I don't know if there's any special award we can give it. Perhaps.
FEMA knockout of the year?
Yeah, but then do we have to do
Yeah.
that for everything?
No. You don't have to. We've done enough.
Yeah.
Amy can have her own special award there for this. It was very good. Anything else, guys, you can think of? I don't know. I think that's it, to be honest.
Do we have
We're
upset
coming
of
up.
the year?
Upset of the year. Okay. Anyone know?
Everyone knows. It's Rug and Ketchup.
Yeah. Easily.
But I think it actually is Rug Malakian for me. I thought there's no way Rug beats Malakian.
Yeah, that could be it.
He
I
arguably
actually have
didn't, but
3.
did.
Okay.
Alexis Nichols beats Regional Urso the first fight,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Igor Bikarev knocks out Pampayak.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Louis, I don't know how to say his name, Ming Yang beats Nori.
Yeah. 2 in 1 night.
Yeah.
So that was like some pretty big upsets, though. You know, especially when Pampayak, like everybody's talking about, including myself, like it's the only guys on Super Lex level, and he just gets starched. And then makes Eric deletes his Twitter. It's
Yeah. Eric's gone.
Eric's literally gone. Like I tell him, "You coming back?" He goes, "I can't come back after that. I'm gonna get clowned on forever."
Gotta wait till Pompey gets back in the win column.
Yeah.
mean-
any from you, Will? Yeah.
I like the Nicholas shout, just because, like I said, I'm not super well versed in kickboxing and stuff, but I didn't know who he was, and then Earsol has just been beating everybody they put him up against. So for me, maybe it's that. I still like Rug versus Malakian, even though I thought Malakian probably should have won that fight, but I just did not expect him to. Like when he was in the corner and Malakian is just teeing off on him, I was like, yes, this is what I expected. But then he just ate it, and he ended up dropping him. So for me, that's up there.
All 4 of these are great shouts. I don't know what to go with. Connor, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I kind of agree. It was like a big shock that Nicholas beat Ursa. Like I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. And then I was totally expecting Malakian to just knock out Rug. I figured Rug would gas after a couple of rounds.
Yeah.
Especially how
arguably did.
tired. Yeah. Because how tired he was in the Buchecha fight. Like he couldn't even stand to do the interview. And that was 3 rounds. I'm like, how is he going to go 5 rounds?
Rug's not real.
Yeah. like beating 2 goats back to back. Like this is unheard of stuff, guys.
He's got the powers from Wakanda or something. I don't know. Man.
I could think of a couple other ones worth mentioning. Bastos and Kelly, Reese McLaren and Jared. You know, a lot of people didn't give him a chance.
You could throw Lineker in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the chat seems to say Nicholas, and I think if you do it on what was also the best fight out of all these, that was a great fight as well. So, and before that, I think Ursul's streak was insane. I know Malakian was undefeated before that, but the Malakian-Rug fight kind of sucked as well.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I had to stay awake for that one. I was like, I can't do this.
I'm sure you won't believe him. I honestly wasn't that shocked that Pang Payak lost. I think it wasn't a good matchup for him. It was a big. When I saw the guy backstage, like, this guy's huge.
I think with the red flag too, so how Pampayak came back and he just looked super rusty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
So
then
I'm
they
like,
put him
eh.
against
They give
a
him a big
big
Russian guy.
ass Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think
the
he
Ru-
was ready. Yeah.
So shout out to the homie Tetsuya. He always says like Russians are like the kryptonite to Thais.
Mhm.
They definitely are. If you're coming back and you're not 100%, I think Pampike could have maybe waited till January, February. I don't know why he rushed for December.
He's been
Didn't
so
work out well.
inactive. He just wants to fight, probably.
Yeah,
He was
But-
jailed for 2 years.
he was, but it didn't go well for him. And what was the other one you said? Noiri. Yeah, that was a big upset, to be honest.
It was big.
It's funny too because even like
Even
Chinese
Khan.
kickboxing Twitter is like, who is this guy? And I
I
was
don't know.
like, I don't know who he is. Like, he didn't have like a real profile or anything. Like, I looked for his Instagram, his Facebook, couldn't find nothing. Couldn't find his record. No topology. I mean, he did have a topology, but he was like 1-1 in MMA. So everybody was like clowning on Nori. He's like, oh, he lost to a 1-1 MMA fighter.
Yeah, Tapology, they struggle a bit with kickboxing, Muay Thai records.
I don't blame him. They fight like every week.
Dude, it's so hard to keep track of, unless it's in like a big promotion.
Well, let's narrow it down. I think Nicholas or Rug. What do you think?
I think Nicholas is a good shout.
Nicholas.
Yeah,
Just because
Nicholas.
Earsol's
Alright.
been
We agree.
damn near perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Any more awards?
I got one more.
Yeah.
Farung of the year.
Oh, dude.
John Lineker.
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 Gotta be.
What was Nico's full year like?
Semapet.
Nongo, right?
That was December.
Also, we don't talk about that one.
Yeah.
Anonymous says
Yeah,
robbery
it
of
was
the
just
year.
Semapet.
Robbery of the year.
That's a good one.
Okay, we'll do that next. Farang of the year. I gotta give the Lineker, just because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Either Lineker or Freddie. I could go Freddie also.
Freddie,
Freddie had a great year.
Nabati.
Nabati.
Oh, Nabati's not bad either.
Let me look at these rankings.
Yeah, did anybody break through?
I think
Nabati did, right?
I think Nabati would have to be if it's not Lineker. I mean,
If it's
Lineker, we
not-
just.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against it. I put
Mahmoudi.
The problem with
Mahmoudi.
but he missed weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bantamweight. Nico only had one fight. Nabati, probably a good shout.
The problem with Lineker, though, is he also fought Balico, who is also a Farang a little bit. Right? So
Beat him at his own game.
Beat him at his own game. He fought other
Has
non-Thai
Lineker
fighters,
even threw a kick in his fights?
No.
Why do it?
Why?
Why?
That's what I'm
You got,
thinking.
you
I'm
got
like,
those hands of stone. That's all you need.
he literally just swings and then
Yeah.
he just clips him and he just puts him out.
Don't
Him and
need-
Kulov-
Don't
Kulov
need kicks,
obviously
elbows,
fine.
and knees when you got those hands of stone.
And the chin.
The ultimate kryptonite.
I'll go for Lineker just for the lulz.
Yeah,
Anyone?
I'm fine with Lineker.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Lineker. Sorry, Nabati. You lost your fight. You didn't win this award.
Been a bad day for you.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. All right. What did Anonymous suggest? Sorry. Upset of the year. Was it?
Robbery of the year.
Robbery of the year. Okay.
This is tough. There was some pretty. I feel like most of the decisions were pretty good this year.
DiBella.
Yeah, I
Dibella.
think
Dibella
Dibella versus Pradenchai.
It's still a close fight, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a
I think
robbery.
DiBella won it, but I've rewatched
coulda
it quite
went
a few
either
times,
way.
and I've flipped who I thought won a couple times.
Anonymous says Weiru and Akimoto.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's my pick. Great
Yeah,
job,
yeah.
Anonymous.
Akimoto definitely won that fight. That was
Yeah, I had Akimoto
BS.
winning.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
those
that's got to be
two-
it for me.
Yeah.
Because like Tawan Shai, Smoke and Joe, like a lot of people say it's a robbery, but that was also razor close.
Yeah, I actually had time with Chai winning that fight. So
I did too on rewatch.
I went back and forth.
What are we agreeing then?
For me, it's yeah.
Wei Ray
Rui
versus
versus-
Akimoto.
yeah, Akimoto.
Yeah. I don't think anyone
it.
thought Wei Ray won that fight besides the judges.
He's now got a title shot off it.
Yeah.
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 And Akimoto has since lost to Enahachi.
Yeah.
Akimoto's dropped 3 in a row now, I think.
Sadly,
Yeah, that's rough.
I wanted to see him versus Haggerty so bad.
Mm,
It
Yeah.
just never happened.
yeah.
Akimoto's so fun to watch too.
Yeah.
Him and I mean Anahachi really, I was impressed with that performance. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, he rocked him and dropped him. I was like, holy shit! A couple more
So the
seconds.
comeback fight.
Yep,
That's crazy.
new weight class too.
Yeah.
All right, is that it? Any other awards? I think.
I got nothing. I mean, if you want to go Twitter account of the year,
How about sports today?
no,
Oh, shit.
Tetsuya from my.
Oh yeah.
That man is like on top of everything.
Kazuya is insane.
Josh has joined. You're too
Guys,
late. We've
what did
done
I
all the
miss?
awards.
What did I miss?
What did I
You missed
Oh
everything.
no!
Everything.
run it back?
Okay,
We can go another 2 hours.
All right, start up, Connor. What's next?
We're talking about media. I got media of the year or
I just got
X
Twitter
account of the
page.
year? Yeah.
All right,
I think
I'm just
combat
here
sports
to
today.
hang. That's all.
Okay. Well, we can give you a few awards to quickly chime in on. We're not going to change them. But
I was actually listening the whole time, but somebody's been here repairing my internet, so I couldn't hop on. So
all right.
here
Have
I am.
you got anything to add? Do you think any of the awards were horrendous?
No, everything was pretty good. It does kind of feel like it's the Super Lek Awards more or less, but I think it's earned.
Tetsuya is a Twitter account of the year. I think we all agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey,
Yeah,
my bad.
He came out of
Tetsuya.
nowhere as well.
I thought he was Pepper on Instagram.
Shut up, Pepper. Pepper was in the
Shut
chat
up,
earlier,
Pepper.
right?
Yeah. But Tetsuya, literally, he rode that wave from Ketchup. I think that's when he first came to my attention. You see his profile pic is Ketchup with the belt.
The GOAT.
The goat, yeah, he rode that wave and just came out of nowhere and he took over. But you blink and Tetsuya is the man. Early stoppage, yeah. Ketchup versus Rui.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah.
The whole time I thought it was Pepper was him because I saw you guys follow him. I'm like, all right, and this is probably Tetsuya.
He saw Pepper.
I was like, I don't know why they.
Pepper was in the cage at Denver translating for.
What threw me
Triple
off
X.
is that Pepper posted a picture of snowboarding. I was like, wait, the snow in Thailand?
A shout out to Pepper.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Pepper's sick.
Well, yeah, we got no more awards, so sorry, Chester.
No,
Actually, no, I got
it's
one
fine.
more.
I thought it's funny to jump in.
Why haven't we done is promo of the year?
Okay, we'll let Josh. Have you got one you can think of?
On the spot.
Should we come back to you?
Yeah, I don't even think of that shit.
I mean, since it's mine, I'll go. You have to go with Mikey Musumeci. Like that was goated. Like I've never been
That's
hyped for him
crazy.
ever until that like post-fight speech.
That's true.
I choked his ass out easy. You know what I mean? And I was like,
I-
unhinged Mikey Musumeci is the greatest thing in the world.
I can't disagree.
Yeah,
think that was
it was
really good.
it was good, but it was also kind of bad. I don't know. He just felt awkward in a way, like his typical self. He seems to be a little bit awkward on the mic and stuff, but he still wanted to be pissed. I don't know. It was fun. I loved it.
Oh, yeah,
Kind
it
of
was
sucks
great.
that it didn't like amount to anything really either.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Also made it great. Yeah.
After that promo, just go signs with the USC. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally never to be seen again.
Yeah.
I would say, given all that, the promo of the year for me is George Jarvis because he talked.
Yeah.
gentle,
Yes.
giving it-
Talked them
that
into
was
getting
sick.
the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
most effective for sure.
that's never been done and never will happen again. I think. So
Parrish is not bad either. He got the Rod Tank fight.
Mm.
yeah, All right. Anyone else have a suggestion?
How about feud of the year?
No. What's the consensus? Wrap this one up.
It could be anything, like any
Jarvis.
sport.
Jarvis. We go with Jarvis.
I think Jarvis because he got the
Okay.
payoff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Something amounted from it. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feud of the year, Phil. What do you got?
I like the Bella and Putello, just because Putello said my
Oh.
coffee's better than yours, and John Bill's like, just like fuck you, my coffee's better. I'm pissed off. The Yankees lost. You say your coffee's better. I'm going to the ring. I'm gonna whoop your ass. And then there was some more heat after the fight too, which makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
Can't disagree.
Yeah, we got Dark Side to Bella out of that.
Dark Side.
Exactly.
New mythical fighter.
Yeah.
I think Haggerty Superlek was a cool feud. They got a little spicy.
I liked
Rugbrug
was Smith versus
American.
Peerage. Was Smith versus Peerage this year?
Yeah. Yeah, that
they
was
were
in April.
heated.
Yeah.
They were so heated.
Yeah, that was
pushing
good.
each other and
Some interesting tactics in that fight.
yeah. Well,
I think
the Peerage special.
Rug and Malikin, if you're talking payoff, that created a lot of buzz on social, for me at least. And I think it had the payoff of our underdog, our king, Rug winning the belt, upset of the year contender, and then Rug going to Africa, was back to Senegal, parading the belt, meeting the president, all tied in. What a feud! That's like a movie to me. I don't know.
Malikin had the stuffed animal.
Yeah, Mudang.
Oh, what about Harrison and Haggerty that amounted to nothing, just a handshake backstage or something?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, you know how we had entrance of the year earlier?
Oh yeah.
I wanted to give a shout out to Liam Harrison coming out with Goldberg.
That was
Okay, yeah, that wins it. No discussion needed.
Yeah, no, that was sick.
That was
Ref of the year, anyone?
I hate all the refs.
Ricky Sewell for me.
Ricky was good. Ricky was good.
Stepped up this year.
Herb did ketchup or not ketchup, rug and Malikin, right? I can't give it to him just because of that. I didn't think he reffed that fight very well.
Who refed what's his name? Bular and Ali Akbari.
That was Herb.
It had to be Herb.
Herb, yeah, just because he did the right thing, disqualified him.
Yeah.
That was good. But he should have carded Rug, I thought, in his fight against Malikin.
Tetsui said
And he did it.
can of the year.
Was it this year that Olivier got kicked in the chest?
It was.
Someone's getting something. Yeah.
Right? I don't know.
I thought he handled the last Peerage fight well too. That was Olivier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he did.
Yeah,
he has work
Olivier
cut
gets a
out
lot
for
of
that.
shit, but I think he's good.
I actually like him.
I love Olivier. I think he's great.
Yeah.
I think all refs get some shit from everybody because it's such a
It's
scrutinous position.
The
But
nature of it, yeah.
yeah,
I don't like when Olivier does MMA fights. But
Yeah.
it kind of drives me crazy. He's like, action. I'm like, guys, let him set up the technique at least. Like,
who is it that refed Marat's last fight?
Oof.
Damn it, I can't think of his name.
Chris Batchelor.
Batchman. Yeah.
The Batchman.
He did a fantastic job in that fight, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think Zahidi was happy though. He felt he did nothing wrong.
Yeah, well, the rules
Kept crunching.
disagree.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of messaged me saying like he was unhappy about it.
I would be too.
Translator of the year. It's a tough one. This.
Hey,
You got
listen.
Frank. Frank was on his own, but now you got a few others.
I like that
Pepper
Russian
in
chick.
there
Yeah, Diana. She's very nice. Very.
Yeah.
now. Pepper, I'll give my shout to Pepper just because he
Pepper,
stepped
yeah.
in on
Stepped up.
very
Yeah.
short notice
Yeah.
to jump into the cage in Denver. That was crazy.
Kicked out Walter. Stepped up. Yeah. he
Shout out
he
Walter.
performed.
Walter's a great guy.
Yeah, shout out Walter. Pepper, I think he proved himself that night. Imagine
That's
just
got to be
stepping in.
crazy.
Yeah, like
During the
12,000
event,
people there, whatever it was. Yeah.
during the event, they're like, "Hey, you're about to step in for Sexon, and you're also gonna do super legs later." That's crazy.
All right, we'll give it to Pepper unless anyone's got another say.
I go with the Russian chick.
I mean, I always love Frank. Frank always brings
Frank
the
is
energy.
very good.
Frank brings the energy.
Frank has really like set the bar, I think, as far
He
as
has.
interpreters go in combat sports.
It could be
think
Frank.
I think he's up there. He's like top 2 with the Portuguese translated from the USC.
Oh yeah.
He's good, but he doesn't translate cursing.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we give it to Frank then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
His
No one can match his
consistency.
energy.
I mean,
Frank,
it's
Frank
unanimous at
literally
this point.
cried. Frank cried. Was that this year?
When he won the bonus.
No. When he was translating for
Oh, I don't
Rodtang,
remember
was
that.
it? Was Rodtang upset?
Oh
and
yeah,
he was
maybe.
like,
maybe, yeah.
and he interpreted like his
Yeah.
emotion too. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
If that was this
I-
year, you got to go Frank, maybe.
That was
Yeah.
this year, yeah.
Shout
Okay.
out Pepper, though.
Shout out Pepper though. There's some fans for Diana. Diana, she's good. Yeah, I know all of you guys are creeps as well, and you're perving on her. Will, do you have to leave? Should we wrap it up? Are you off to work or what?
I got probably like 20 minutes before I got to go.
I mean, I don't know what else we got to say, but
No, I don't have any.
anyone
Really?
got any more awards?
I don't have any more awards, but
No.
we could talk about some exciting fights. 2025.
Ooh,
Yeah.
commentator of the year, my boy Ray. I think he
Oh,
had a
yeah.
fantastic year on the mic.
Commentator of the year, Ray Flores. We'll go for that
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
I like seeing Gianni back. I'm a big fan of him too.
yeah. Johnny's very good. I like him a lot.
I feel like he didn't do much this year, though.
No, but
I don't really remember him.
Pepper is
Shout out
in the
Pepper.
chat. Yeah. Honorable mention. I think if Pepper had done more than one event, he
Yeah.
could be taking that title.
yeah,
But the fact he had one event and he pushed Frank all the way, who's had 50 events or whatever. Fair play to Pepper. Hopefully, we see more of Pepper in 2025.
Anonymous says the Edgar Tabares Award.
Ketchup.
What is that?
It goes to ketchup. Whatever it is, he's got it.
Yeah. Shortest commentary time, DJ. I don't want to get negative with awards, like Can of the Year, just because
yeah. I don't want to hate on anyone.
I have to see all these people in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Plus, who am I to say it when I'm not getting in there? I
Yeah.
have a hard
They
time.
would kill us. We would
Yeah.
we would be in the hospital or worse.
I wouldn't even get in there to translate English to English. I'm too nervous up there.
Yeah, dude.
Silver
I
Black
sound like a
also
DJ.
has lovely legs, and he's a great dude. So
How about the best unsigned one fighter?
Ooh,
Shadow.
Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow. Yeah.
Shadow's so good.
Yeah.
It's probably the top pick, to be honest.
The fact
Wait,
that
you
he
mean
didn't get a
Steve Irvin?
contract.
Steve Irvin's up there.
Oh, he's
yeah.
good. I like him.
That's true. But I think Shadow's beating
Shadow.
like
Yeah, Shadow
contract
got robbed.
fighters. Yeah.
You have to give him the
He-
contract. He
headline
should
a
be in the
temple.
rankings now.
Yeah. Headline a
ridiculous.
temple, get a knockdown in the main event.
They got to sign.
Jasuyai.
I mean, I think they
Nah.
got to sign that Chinese guy that beat Nori.
Yeah.
Probably right.
Yeah.
They could use some more Chinese fighters, Wei Ru, and then add that guy to the list now.
They're coming. There's a lot of unsigned fighters on Friday which could be signed. I think Abdullah Darkayev is another, just from recent memory. Every week there's one you just think, okay, he could easily compete in one.
Yeah.
But I do think Shadow sticks out just because former RWS champ. He's
Yep.
beaten 3 back-to-back like big names. I think now Jimmy Viano, Siasarani, and Sitichai, of course. So
All right. What about
There it is.
best siblings of the year? We got the Haggerty brothers, the Rotolo brothers. Now we're getting the
Stupid
Stupion
Nine.
brothers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I don't know.
I think if you go off of success in the year, you'd probably go Rotolo's.
Yeah.
Just because
Yeah,
Haggerty.
Rotolo's.
Haggerty got knocked
Austin
out,
Su-
and the Astupian
yes.
hasn't even fought yet for one. Other one.
Yeah.
I'm just
But he
making
did
shit
get
up as I
signed.
go.
Yeah, I noticed that.
We have hit the 2-hour mark, and I think that's all I can handle. I don't know about these gents, so probably leave it there. And
Yeah, I'm
Will
tired.
has
I've been on a bit.
yeah, Will's got to head to work as well. So I want to thank these gents for all getting up early in their respective parts of America or wherever they are to Canada. Canada,
North
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Yeah. But Connor is in Florida, so that's why I was
Yeah.
thinking. I was going to say Canada, but then I forgot. Josh is also Canada. I don't know where Phil actually is. He said he's on vacation.
I'm in my room, bro. I'm in Boston.
Okay. Well, there you go. It is morning there for all these guys, so I appreciate it. It's late for me, just hit midnight, so we'll wrap it up.
I have.
yeah.
Are you doing a show for next year? Like stuff we're looking forward to or anything?
Yeah. So I think on I don't know Wednesday or not Wednesday. That's New Year's Day. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna do a
I'd be
bold predictions for 2025 kind of thing. So we'll get Josh on that one. He kind of missed this one.
I don't really care.
But I know some of the other boys can't make that. But we'll get some stuff going, and then we're straight back into it. The week after, I'll be back in Thailand, so we'll have a preview for Fight Night 27. I don't know. Thanks for everyone watching. Yeah, thanks for commenting. There are no ring girls anymore, vegan. Sorry, in one. It used to be a bunch. Great show, everyone. Have a safe week, says Sean James. I'm looking forward to the next show. Yeah, we'll be back. I'll try and do this one on Thursday. Looking forward to 25, and then we'll do a preview next Monday for Fight Night 27. I'm going to go around the boys quickly, just get their final thoughts. Will, anything you want to say?
No, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. This is fun. Award shows and stuff like this, end of year recaps are always fun. So I appreciate having me on.
Where can everyone find you as well?
Yeah, I probably should have put that on my tag. I've got the Story of the Fight podcast. Yeah, we do live streams every week, every Sunday, covering whatever the weekend's events were. Next week we got a big predictions episode. Every year we do a predictions episode where we say who's gonna win or who's gonna have the belts at the end of the year, and then everybody puts in the chat. Winner gets a belt, including fans. Whoever has the most fight picks correct, they get a belt from us. So we'll do that next week on Sunday.
All
Story
right.
of the Fight.
Check it out, Story of the Fight. Every now and then I pop up on there too.
Yeah.
If there's a one show, I will try my best to join them. I missed it last week, sorry. Phil, Combat Sports Today, everywhere. Taking over everywhere now.
Yeah, nothing much to say. Thank you for having me on. I'll be back for 2025 year reward with the boys. Hopefully everybody in this chat, in this video call, will be there as well. And you can find me on Combat Sports Today on pretty much every social media platform. You know, we cover basically every sport the best we can for 7 days a week. Don't matter what day it is. I'm always on the page running it. YouTube, check out our interviews. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, check out for recent news.
Yeah, I have to say, Phil and his, I don't know if it's his team as well, but mostly Phil, just incredible the amount of stuff they pump out. You know, they'll get it out before anyone else. Him and Tetsuya, these bastards, just I can't beat them. Yeah. No. Mad love to Will and Phil. You've got to check out Story of the Fight and Combat Sports Today. And Connor making his debut today. Connor, where can everyone find you? You are kicking up your content next year.
Yeah, I'm at 1FC Connor on X and Instagram. Gonna try to up my game next year, get some video content out on IG, figure some stuff out. Yeah.
And it was a pleasure to have you on. Enjoyed
Thank
your awards.
Thank you for having me.
No, a great debut. And one to remember. And Josh is back briefly at the end. Where can everyone find you?
Well, during the winter, you could find me at your local hockey rink in Southern Ontario. Other than that, just pay attention to these four guys if you want to know about one.
All right.
Don't listen to me.
Can I give a quick shout out to Connor though? Because without him, we couldn't run the show.
Thank you. Yeah,
He had a list of categories, and I don't think any of us had anything besides like.
I spent all day like searching, like getting this list together.
Nice.
So thank you to Connor.
Thank you. You saved the show, to be honest.
Thank you.
Some of those I was starting to Google. I don't know anything.
You guys want to know how unprepared we were? Connor's
Yeah.
the only one that's prepared.
Yeah. I got you.
Well, Pepper wants to join the show as well. Maybe we'll get him on for the preview. NG. All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you, everyone. Happy New Year. I hope you had a good Christmas, all that, and we'll see you later this week for the prediction show. Yeah, tune back in, but go have some fun. Thanks to all my guests here. It's been a great time. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.